What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and hopefully I'm live. I'm about to start up Uncharted 3 with my boo. Hey, baby! Yeah, see? Whereas Uncharted 2 had a lot of snowy environments, Uncharted 3 has a lot of desert environments, and I can show you right away. Oh, 1 second, my cat wants to come in. And yeah, see, it's also per opportunity. See, the cushion that you got me, the chair, the cushion is held in place by this pad. So sometimes it comes out and I gotta readjust it. And as you can see, Echo's doing a lot better. Her eyes almost are back to normal. I'm so happy too, because I was really worried about her. Yeah, that's true, yeah. I'm glad you think it looks nice on me.
All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night, in the dusty recesses of their minds, wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
Lawrence of Arabia. T. Lawrence was a really badass dude. Oh, you want to hop up here, Echo? Oh, I always got room for you. Come on. Last stream I was in, Sammy's like, "Where's Echo? Show me that pussy." Come on. Yeah, come on. I got you. I got you. Even though I know she wants to come up here, I have to control her into it. Come on, baby. Do you need, like, help? I can lift you up here if you need. Or do you just, like, need convincing? Even though I know you want to do it. We both know you want to do it. Come on. Like, she's sitting here looking at me the whole time purring. Like, I know that's what she wants, you know what I mean? What are you doing? I'm gonna eat you. Okay, now I think she's hopping up here. Come on. Oh, come on, cat. Don't make me hurt you. Okay, at this point, you're either gonna get up here or you're not. London, England, baby. Yeah, well, no, I mean, I do. Right away, it's Drake and Sully, baby. Sully's back.
Hands up.
Oh. Yeah. She tried to jump up here and she had issues. I got you. Yeah, Daddy's got you. Like I said, if you need help, you just had to let me know. And yeah, that could be true. Cats are sensitive to smell. I wouldn't just let you suffer. I wouldn't just let my little girl suffer. No, I've always got time for you. Always got room for you, for my kitty. Yeah, with her, it's just an inevitability. All my clothes are gonna be covered in fur. It's just how it is.
Enjoying yourself, pal?
Oh yeah, you're a comedian.
Nice warm welcome.
You're both clean.
My apologies. One can't be too careful.
I'm guessing you're Talbot?
Mr. Sullivan and Mr. Drake.
That's right.
Do you have it?
Let's see the money first.
Cutter. It's all there. Now let's see it. I'll need to authenticate it.
Of course.
Silver, 16th century, Elizabethan design, inscribed with Sir Francis Drake's motto.
Sig Parvis Magna.
Well, it appears to be genuine.
Well, of course it's genuine.
If I may ask, how did you two come into this?
Does it matter?
My client will be very pleased.
Hold on a minute. Sully, this is fake.
I assure you, Mr. Drake.
Whoa, you are right. This is phony as a $3 bill. What the hell are you trying to pull here?
Perhaps I should be asking you.
This is bullshit. Deal's off, pal.
And you? You can tell your client. You blew it. Come on, Nate, let's get the hell out of here.
You're not really in a position to negotiate. Now give me the ring, take the case, and walk out of here like gentlemen. While you still...
So, in the prior Uncharted games, the melee, the fist fighting was just okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. So they put a lot of work into improving the fist fighting in this game.
Do as the man says, son.
You're a thief.
Well, now, that's ironic.
Come on.
Yeah.
Best you got? This one's mine!
Yeah, you and me. Never got me, come on!
They explain that.
Come on. No time to rest.
Remember, I can't spoil anything for you. She's so pretty. She's been feeling a lot better lately because whatever's going on with her eyes is clearing up, so I guess she's in a good mood, so she wants to be around me. I'm happy for her. I love her.
Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go. What's this?
Hey there, big fella.
I got him! Alright, quick, hit him!
Bad idea, Granddad.
Damn it! Get him!
Chapter 1. Another round. So you can throw enemies now,
Come on now, let's break it up, will ya?
and you can fight multiple enemies at once in the fist instead of just one at a time. They can grab you. You can finish an enemy while against an object.
This a private party, or can I join in?
You're my guest.
Take him down!
Yeah.
Is that all you got? What do you think you're doing? Get him!
Man, this got out of hand in a hurry.
Yeah, thanks. Hold on.
Man, that is nasty.
Come on.
Now just give me a second there, mate. I'll be right with you. Okay, ready for more.
Oh!
You okay in there? You hurt?
Just my pride. They're gonna need a plunger.
Come on. Let's go, Nate.
And it's also perfect too, because it's like they overhauled the fist fighting, so it's like let's start the game off immediately showcasing that.
Get out the back. Look, shit. Ugh, and smell like it.
Stop him! I've got the old geezer!
How's that? Ready to go, kid?
Yeah.
Let's go. Oops.
Crap.
Oh, damn it.
Come here. Typical
Yeah.
yank.
Well, you know, I'm glad it passes the Sammy test.
He's had enough, haven't you, mate? Don't. Stay down.
Hello, Victor.
Kate?
Still wallowing in the gutter with your protege, I see. Not very dignified for a man of your age.
Should have known you'd be behind this. Oh, careful now. Wouldn't want you to melt.
Same cocky little shit. So fearless. I wonder what you're really afraid of. Not bullets or blood or broken bones. No. You get off on all this, don't you? Cheating death. Or not.
No.
Mr. Sullivan, I won't harm your precious boy. I merely want what's mine.
Give me that back.
Cutter!
Oh, no. Oh.
Shut up!
You fool!
Oh, you're bloody welcome, Your Majesty.
Marlowe, we have to get you out of here.
Oh, come on, they're a right pair of arseholes. What?
Cartagena, Colombia. Huh. "20 years earlier." See, it's young Drake.
All right.
Chapter
Here we
2.
go.
Greatness from Small Beginnings. She's such a sweetie. Yeah, exactly. I don't blame you at all. But with Uncharted 3, this came near the end of the PS3's life cycle, so they were pushing PS3 to the limit, and it's even more beautiful than Uncharted 2, especially lighting-wise. Like, Uncharted 3 is gorgeous.
Not here.
Especially for a game from 2011 that's over 15 years old.
Not here.
Yeah. Uncharted 1 was 2007, Uncharted 2 is 2009, and Uncharted 3 is 2011.
Maybe upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. They overhauled the lighting engine in this game from Uncharted 2. Not that the lighting was bad, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, Uncharted 1 was them kind of figuring out what the PS3 could do. Uncharted 2 was them refining it. Uncharted 3 is them pushing PS3 to the limits on The Last of Us.
It's gotta be in one of these cases.
El museo cierra en 15 minutos.
Wait, here it is.
And I love seeing young Drake and getting to learn more about his life, his past.
Crap.
Up until now, we haven't really seen what got him into treasure hunting. And it's young Sully!
¡Ah! ¡Te agarré! ¡Ratita callejera! ¡Suélteme! Clase de gente no es bienvenida aquí. ¡Ah!
And they, across the board, they improved all the graphics from Uncharted 2, of course. But in particular, they improved the lighting. And it makes sense because, like I said, this game kind of gets into a lot of desert environments later, the same way that Uncharted 2 is cold. And what's one of the main things about the desert? The harsh lighting. You know what I mean? So...
¡Quédate afuera!
Is?
I love the colors. There's another treasure.
I gotta keep up with him. Ah, there he is.
Despacio, cuadro. Relájate, pues. Oye, Julio. Epa, ¿qué hubo, cuadro? ¿Cómo estás?
Oh, don't mind if I do. Ugh.
Vete de aquí, limosnero.
You gotta go get it. I think because she's been feeling well, hasn't been feeling as well lately. She's been trying to stay away from me, so I think now she's feeling better. She's coming around me more, and so
Anyway.
I think she's trying to make up for lost time.
Ah, now where did we go?
Yeah, but like this game has really, really rich colors,
Mira, chino, ¿dónde está tu mamita?
and I really appreciate it.
Bueno, ¿y qué? La de la costa no me gusta. No das tanto pelado.
No, que yo le dije que no se preocupara tanto, ¿verdad?
Ay, pues sí, pero que tenga plata.
Bueno, eso siempre es lo complicado
Like a good
con
girl.
los hombres.
Ay, no se deje. Usted no me va a quedar con un pobretón ahí.
Where is he going?
Tengo guanábana, tengo guayaba, tengo de todo. Tengo unos fresquitos. Pase, señor.
Mentira.
Pase, pase.
No, pero
Yo
él
se lo dije.
¿Cómo
¿Cómo yo sabía?
¿Cuándo leíste eso?
It's kind of funny too because it kind of continues the comparison to Indiana Jones because, like I told you, the whole like pitch of this game was to make like a playable Indiana Jones game, obviously with like their own spin on their own unique character, but to make an Indiana Jones game. Uh, and so, if you remember, the third Indiana Jones movie, The Last Crusade, was also the one that got into Indy's past and had a flashback with young Indy. So it kind of like continues like the similar trend.
Now what's he doing?
I just love how rich the color is.
Damn. It's locked. Gonna have to find another way up.
Yep, even as a little kid, he was a monkey. Even before he was into treasure hunting, he was climbing on shit. And I love, like I said, I love the lighting and the color here. Especially because, remember, the preceding chapter was you in the dark London streets, where there wasn't a lot of color, so it's a really nice contrast.
What's he doing in there? I need to get a better look.
And, you know, Uncharted 2 has a really good opening with the train and all that, but Uncharted 3 has a really good opening, too. Like I said, having that big-ass fucking bar brawl, and then having Drake and Nathan get shot, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? And then flashback. There's a really cool segue from the beginning.
Got a lady with me. You know how that is.
Sí, señor.
Yeah, exactly. And you see where he gets the hat from that guy he was fighting. You see where he like runs into his fear of snakes.
Aquí lo tiene.
That's it.
They actually, you know who Sean Patrick Flannery is? If you've ever seen the Boondock Saints. Well, hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture of him because I'm sure you've seen him. He's been in a lot of shit. And I'm sure you've seen him before, and you'll probably recognize him once you see him. Anyway, they actually had a show for a couple of years called The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones, and it was actually made by George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, and it was actually like a whole show about like his young adventures. And Sean Patrick Flannery played the young Indy, and it was actually really good. And it was canceled not because it was bad, but because it was actually one of the most expensive shows on television. Because George Lucas wanted episodes that actually were, comparable to the movie in terms of budget. When, nowadays we have shows like Game of Thrones and stuff that are massive, massive, massive productions. But at the time, the budget for TV stuff wasn't nearly as much as it was like a film or something like that. So, like, that's why they canceled it back in the day. But hold on. Yeah. Yeah, they were both in Boondock Saints together, too. You would really, really like Boondock Saints, Amy. It's one of my dad's favorite films, and it's got him and Norman Reedus as two. They're like two hardneck Irish ruffians in New York who all of a sudden get chosen by God, or so they think. Whatever, it's debatable. To kill criminals and start going around killing bad guys and mafia and shit. Um, so they do that, and it's got William Dafoe in it. I love William Dafoe, and the movie is like a black comedy where it's like tons of like tongue in cheek humor and lots of funny jokes and crass shit and bitter irony. And like I said, it's one of my dad's all time favorite movies, and it has Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flannery. They're friends. They have been for quite a long time. Yes, except uh, they're uh, uh, except they're to kill criminals, and it's just fucking awesome. It's got amazing shootouts, awesome jokes. Uh, it was one of the first big movies that Norman Reedus acted in. You know what I mean? Like it was his break into movies. That was before even Blade 2, so it was important for his career. Uh, oh, okay. You've seen the Saw movies, right? Like I think it's Saw 6. Uh, where the guy says he's a victim of Jigsaw, and it turns out he made it all up so he could have like a self help book. That guy, that's Sean Patrick Flannery. Oh, fuck. Have you ever seen the movie Powder? I fucking love that movie. That's Sean Patrick Flannery. Obviously, it's hard to recognize him because he's bald and covered in all that makeup, but that's him playing the titular, Powder. Uh, he played Indiana Jones, obviously, in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles that I just mentioned. He was in a bunch of romantic comedies in the early 2000s that were really good. Uh, Simply Irresistible, which is like Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's a witch. Cast of Magic. It's kind of like a contemporary take on Sabrina. It's really good, and he's the love interest in that movie. If you've never seen that, you should. And like a bunch of fucking uh, like romantic comedies in the early 2000s. He's a really good actor. I really like him. But yeah, he played young Indiana Jones. Let me see. Yeah, see, due to its large budget, it was canceled, and the show, uh, they put exceptional emphasis on the show's quality. It was much, much, much higher quality than most shows were in the '90s. This was a '90s show, and they actually recreated like sets of the history. Like if he had him doing stuff, like they would actually recreate period appropriate settings and stuff that were really elaborate. So it uh, uh, had really elaborate settings and historically accurate, and it was great. And because it was produced by George Lucas and overseen by him, the writer of Indiana Jones, it actually was canon. It wasn't like some spin-off made by somebody else. Like it was made by George Lucas. So it like is his official backstory, and it's really good. And a lot of people have seen the Indiana Jones movies and love them. Not a lot of people have seen the Young Indiana Jones movie Chronicles, but it's really good. And that's where he got his start, and that's where Norman Reedus got his start. One of the things he did when he was really young. That's where him and Sean Patrick Flannery and Norman Reedus met, and they became lifelong friends, and they were in Boondock Saints to maybe one of these days we can watch them because I know you like Indiana Jones, and he did a really, really good job. And you know what's amazing? You know what's amazing? They have his dad, Henry Jones Sr., played in the show occasionally, and it's played by Harrison Ford. He's playing his own dad, the younger version of his dad. Uh, but see, like he did well. You can't really see it in the camera. Wow, fucking glare. But he did. He really fits the part. Like he does a great job as Indiana Jones. Obviously young, off the cuff. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, and I'm sorry I went on a tangent, but we were talking about like how it showed his backstory, and it reminded me that they had something very similar to Indiana Jones. Yes, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Sometimes they'll do like younger versions of a character, Samantha, in a movie or a show, and they won't look anything like the actual actor. Like it's really just dealer's choice. Uh so like obviously you'd hope that they would get somebody that would match, but it's like not a guarantee. So I'm saying it's really good they found somebody that really convincingly looks like young Indy. And like I said, because it was actually supervised by George Lucas, it's actually done by the guy who made it, so it feels like Indy. It's actually a really good show. Uh, and so, and here is kind of a unique segue, unique bit of trivia. Did you know that Powder is directed by Victor Da Silva, the same guy who did Jeepers Creepers? He did Powder in like '99, and then he did Jeepers Creepers. Which, when you think about that, that's fucking crazy. Like the tonal difference between Powder and Jeepers Creepers, man, is kind of insane. And I know you said you like Powder, but I don't know if you knew they was made by the same guy who did Jeepers Creepers. Finally, oh, oh shit, oh, really awesome. Oh, I dropped it like 20 minutes earlier, and I thought it would be fine because it barely dropped. Nope, it started spilling out. Oh, not a big deal. It wasn't bad. Didn't explode. Yeah, it's just too bad that the director kind of got into some awful shit. I don't know if you knew the backstory of Victor Da Silva. I have a lot of mixed feelings about him. He's a great director. I like a lot of his movies, but he's also a convicted child molester. He was actually caught molesting a kid on the set of one of his movies. He went to prison, was convicted, and people are saying that people will try to say you shouldn't watch. Uh, uh, yeah, people say you shouldn't watch Jeepers Creepers because he's a pedophile, but he went to prison and he served his sentence. So, uh, you know what I mean? Obviously what he did was horrible because, like I said, he was pretty much caught having sex with a little boy on the set of one of his prior films, and obviously that's terrible. But the whole point of jail is supposed to be reforming people, or you'd hope. And he did his time and got out. So it's then like after that he tried to go back to working and doing that, and he never did anything involving kids again. Like you see, Jeepers Creepers, Powder didn't have a lot of little kids, so to my knowledge, he never reoffended. So it seems like he did learn and change. And that's why I have feelings. Obviously, what he did was terrible, but if he went to jail, served his debt to society, and he didn't keep doing it, you know what I mean? Like that's supposed to be the point. Like you're supposed to go to jail so you can get better, redeem yourself, you know. But yeah, sorry, just a whole tangent. But yeah, and plus, I just believe in separating the art from the artist. Like, so if you don't like your fucking him as a director, Jeepers Creepers is not just him. It's Justin Long, that chick I forget who plays the sister. She did a great job. All those people, you know. So yeah, sorry about that.
Gracias. Adios, amigo.
Okay, I gotta get that wallet. Crap.
See, I'm just like like I told you, I'm just a repository of useless information. There's a treasure right there. But yeah, we should watch the Young Indiana Jones sometime, because I think you can find most of the episodes available online now. Like, they're really common. So, like, me and you could watch the show together, like, an episode at a time, because, like, each episode is, like, a unique case, like, a unique adventure. So, we could get together and watch an episode here and there, because they're only, like, an hour each episode. So, like, oh, hey, are you busy? And we can watch an episode and gradually make our way through the series. And I know you love Indiana Jones, but I don't think you've seen the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, so...
He's coming through that building. I bet I can spot him from the roof.
And the lighting is so pretty. Yeah, that is true. I do love the lighting here, though. That is very true. I agree with you. However, I don't think that they can be cured from the desire. I do think they can learn to not act on it. That's the thing. I think if you're hardwired to like little kids, that's probably not going to go away. But it's like somebody drinking, they stop drinking. They'll always have that desire to drink. Somebody gambling, they'll probably always want to gamble, but they don't act on it. You know what I mean? Like, thoughts don't matter to me. It's deeds. You know what I'm saying? So he'll probably always want to diddle little kids, if we're being honest. But as long as he's not acting on it, I don't care. You know what I mean? And I have never heard I've looked into it extensively because when I found out like his backstory, I really liked Jeepers Creepers and the director, so I was curious. When I looked into it, there's not been any reports of him molesting anyone else. Nobody has made allegations of him. It really does seem like either he was afraid of going to prison or he really did change and stopped, because in the like 30 years since then, because this was like in the 80s, 88 something, I have not seen anything saying he did it. So it seemed like even if he still wants to do it, he stopped doing it, as far as my knowledge. So
Oh, who's your friend?
and in general, we kind of have a thing where, like, prisons are supposed to rehabilitate people, or that should be the goal, but uh, we, uh, we often write off people who go to prison for any reason.
Don't want to lose him.
And just automatically dismiss them, and it makes it life so much harder for them, and it's almost like we set up a system where we push criminals into committing more crimes instead of getting better or changing, because once you commit a crime, even if it's something incredibly minor, that creates a permanent stain on your record, and a lot of people will just dismiss you and not hire you outright for that crime, regardless of the facts. Like, it could be something seemingly minor, but it doesn't matter, you're a criminal. And because of that, it becomes so much harder to uh, be legitimate. So it's like, in some ways, we almost, like, we get people in there and we're like, okay, you need to be punished for what you did and turn your life around. And then when they get out, yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That is the thing. Yeah, especially in America, prisons are built for profit. It shouldn't be like that. It didn't used to be like that, by the way. Prisons used to be for rehabilitation, and they've become more about profit. But yeah, so they get out of prison, and then they have hardly any options. Uh, and it makes it where they're almost more likely to commit more crime, and it puts them in a no-win situation. And that's what I said, and it is, I guess, about a profit, and that's terrible because it should be about people getting better.
Damn it. Don't want to go down there. I gotta find a way to get that wallet. Okay, it's right there in his pocket. Now's my chance.
It seems we have some time to kill.
I got an idea. We can while away a few hours.
Crap! Suélteme, viejo!
Let's try that again.
Let go of me.
Ah, that's what I thought. Now don't try to run. You're a long way from home, son.
Don't call me that.
Parents must be worried about you.
Yeah, not likely.
Okay, sore subject. That was a nice lift back there. You're pretty good.
I don't know what you're talking about, old man.
Hey, don't call me that. Your technique is really sloppy, though. You're telegraphing all your moves.
You're crazy.
Yeah? You've been tailing me all over town. Probably figured me for an easy mark. But you picked the wrong guy, pal.
What?
My wallet. Fine. Maybe we'll just call the police.
Go ahead. Of course, they might wonder why a middle-aged tourist is following young boys down alleyways.
You are a crafty little beggar, aren't you?
I know how to take care of myself. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you don't like the cops any more than I do.
Good point. Kid. The wallet.
Had to try.
Of course you did.
And you can see he's already kind of liking him. And they really handled that first meeting from Drake and Sully really well. And like I said, as somebody who loves Sully, like seeing this stuff is super cool to me. And really well done.
Telegraphing all my moves, huh?
Say he kept the key.
All right. Museum's closed.
Chapter 3. Second story work. And it's really cool getting to see a young Drake. Like I said, I'm a really big fan of the character of Nathan Drake. A lot of people are. So getting to see like how he got into this and kind of his shit is really cool. Plus, the actor... Yeah. Plus, the actor they picked for young Drake, they did a really good job. He convincingly seems like a younger Drake. I think they actually worked with a teenage actor for this. Because with Uncharted was one of the first game series, Sammy, to actually have them act out the roles. For the longest time, in games, they would just be in a sound booth. You know, it was almost like audio recording. Other games actually would have them hooked up to like gear to capture their mannerisms and expressions. You know, kind of like it basically started with Gollum in Lord of the Rings. If you've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, you know the green screen suit that people use for capturing CGI basically came from Lord of the Rings. And then games started using it because it's a really good way to transfer animations in that and to capture real artist work. So Uncharted was one of the first game series to incorporate that technology into gaming, you know? And it's like, you know, before they would try to animate the animations by hand. And of course, like you could try, but it's much easier in some ways to get a real person's motions. And that basically became the standard of all games going forward. And that's also where game acting is also basically now like making a movie, and that's what people don't understand. There's kind of like this expectation now that starring in a game isn't as intensive as a movie. When no, like I said, like before they would sit in a booth and they record it. Now they have to get a whole gear on them, whole armor with like a helmet to capture their face, all these dots on them to capture animations. They have to act out the scenes. So all the scenes you see in Uncharted with him talking, the animations, they're actually acting out those screens, the real actors. and on a set, which is just as intensive as acting it out for a movie. And most people don't think that, so they have this misconception that acting in a game isn't as intensive as a movie. It's not on the same level, when it really is. And in fact, I would actually say that acting for games is harder, because games nowadays can be pretty long, and they're usually much, much, much longer. Yes, exactly. Uh, it's Most games these days, Sammy, are much, much longer than movies. Hell, even a short game is longer than most movies. You know what I mean? Like the average movie is an hour and a half to 2 hours. Maybe if it's a really long movie, like 3 hours. Whereas even a short game is usually 5, 6 hours. And a lot of these big games are fucking huge and have like some more scenes than 3 movies. Like Claire Obscure. They have shown behind the scenes footage for Claire Obscure, and just like I said, they all have to act out the part. They wear suits to capture it. They have to act out all the scenes, do the animations. There is like more story scenes in Claire Obscure than like 3 full-length films. And some of these games are massive. Like they have many movies worth of story. So it's when you come on to do a game, it's like doing several movies of work, like Red Dead Redemption. Uh, yes, exactly, exactly. They give them props and they have to pretend to mime the stuff. So it actually takes a lot of work to be convincing. They'll hand you a stick and say, "Oh, this is supposed to be a sword. Oh, here, we'll point this on the room. Look here," and pretend this is an object. So it's kind of hard because in a movie they're on set, they can see the prop. With this, they're like, look over here and pretend. So the fact they can give such a convincing performance, like I told you, the scene in The Last of Us, uh, where, uh, the beginning where Joel's daughter dies, they actually had to act that out on set. They actually had a child actor for Sarah, and he actually had to hold her and cradle her. So just imagine that scene, and then think about Joel and them, the actors being covered in thick suits on a white stage and having to make that seem genuine. And yet that performance was fucking amazing. Like, you see him genuinely breaking down over his daughter's death. And that's what I'm saying. So delivering that accent, that level of emotion is insane. When they're basically in a fucking heavy suit on a fucking soundstage. It's like a theater set. And usually it's a big white room, because it captures light and details more. So imagine trying to act and pretend all that stuff out in a white fucking room while you're both covered in balls. They're like cotton balls to pick off emotion, and you're literally covered in them to capture all the articulation points. And yet they deliver these amazing performances. And I honestly don't think that video game actors get enough credit. Because still to this day, games are considered to be like below movies in terms of effort. And like if you saw the work, it's really not. Like I said, it would honestly more, because it's like doing 3 movies. Like, for example, you said you played a lot of Red Dead Redemption and you loved it. Well, for example, with Red Dead Redemption 2, there is no joke, Samantha, like 10 hours of story scenes in Red Dead. Because, like I told you, it's a really long game. It's Rockstar's biggest game ever. Well, unless GTA 6 comes out and is bigger, but it's their biggest single-player game. Just like an average playthrough of the story in Red Dead, taking your time, I'm not talking skipping cutscenes, rushing, will take you about 75 hours. The story of Red Dead Redemption 2 is fucking enormous. So, it has about 10 hours worth of story cutscenes. Of course, like, that's spread out over 75 hours, so it's not like you're just watching nothing but cutscenes. A scene here, a scene there, but when the game is that long, it adds up. But that's like 4 fucking movies. Roger, there's a guy, his name is, what's his name? Roger Clark is the guy who plays the main character of Red Dead 2. He said they had him coming back to the studio on and off for 5 years. Which is much more intensive than a movie. You know, a movie, Samantha, like the editing, the production, all that, it usually takes, months, years, but the actual acting, they usually get the acting from the actor done in a few weeks. For games like Red Dead Redemption 2, he was coming back for fucking 5 years. Routinely, coming back. And that's just the story scenes. Do you know how much dialogue is in this game while you're playing? Like, just Red Dead Redemption, all the ambient dialogue when he's in a firefight, all the ambient dialogue when you skin animals. So that's just the story scenes is enough for like a movie. Then you get to the thousands of lines of him grunting. Imagine them telling you, okay, you're gonna grunt and we gotta make pain sounds. Ugh, we have to make sounds for when you die. So like they've talked about actors having to sit there for hours doing death sounds. So that's just the movie sounds. God forbid all the like voice lines that are not a cutscene, but like you play the game, like them talking, like you know how in Red Dead Redemption, a lot of the time they'll have them talking on horseback. Those are not like officially directed scenes. They still have to do the voice work for those scenes. So like there is an ungodly amount of dialogue and character in those fucking games. More than any single movie, more than a lot of seasons of television. So like it's kind of bullshit that people are constantly like thinking that game acting is below movie acting. In a lot of ways, it's more intensive, and I don't think that game actors get the attention that they deserve, the recognition they deserve, because they give amazing fucking performances. And they work their ass off and things that are much more intensive, only to be considered like, oh, it's not a movie. That's the real acting. And like I said, like, look at The Last of Us, look at Red Dead Redemption, the acting in that, and then tell me that's not on par. Like, I would put the story of Red Dead Redemption, either game, either Red Dead, against any Western. Not just, well, it's good for a Western game. I would put that story against any Western movie. And I think it would acquit itself admirably. The story in Red Dead Redemption is fucking amazing. So, or Clear Obscure. Look at how beautiful and moving the story in that is, and the performances that are given. How fucking heartbreaking the ending was. Like I said, like when you choose Male's ending, and he's sitting there crying, and like she's holding him, and he's like, I don't want this life. I don't want this. I don't want this life. You can hear his voice breaking because Verso is just so fucking tired, he just wants to die. Beautiful acting. Like I said, and if their acting wasn't on par for those scenes that were so great would fall flat. And they have to do the cinematography like a movie. Yes. And speaking of Norman Reedus, he will even tell you, now having been in Death Stranding 1 and 2, that it's just as much work as a movie. Like, he straight up said, like, I'm on The Walking Dead, I'm in a bunch of movies. He's like, Death Stranding was not like, oh, less work. He's like, it was a lot of work. He's like, I probably have more dialogue in Death Stranding than I do in The Walking Dead because, he's just a supporting cast member. I mean, everybody loves Daryl. I'm not bemoaning him. But he's one cast member. And Death Stranding, he's the main character. Like, how much, like, dialogue he has in Death Stranding? Or ambient dialogue of him talking when you fall or get up or in a firefight and shit? Like... So, yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's so much work that a lot of people realize, and it's like, there's still this, like, this,
that was close.
like, I'm trying to figure out the way to put it. There's still this lingering perception that games aren't up to par with movies and shows in terms of storytelling, because back in the day, games were good. I love games, but they couldn't tell stories on par with movies in terms of presentation. Like when they started the fucking Nintendo Mario Brothers, they couldn't tell stories like that. Yes, that's what I mean. Then the countless story scenes, many, many, many hours because Death Stranding 2 is a super long game. Uh, so doing one Death Stranding is like doing several seasons of The Walking Dead. Uh, so, back when games started, the storytelling wasn't as good. It had to catch up, obviously, because you had 8-bit, 16-bit. They couldn't tell storytelling apart with the movies and shit because they were limited by the technology. When they had voice acting come into games in the 90s, a lot of it was terrible. Like laughably bad, like so bad it's good because they didn't have any professional actors. They would just voice acting in games was new, so they would just grab whoever was around off the fucking street. But that changed. Storytelling in games has gotten insanely better, and to the point where, like I said, now I truly believe it is every bit as good, if not better, than most movies. Uh, like I said, Red Dead Redemption, Uncharted, The Last of Us, uh, Clair Obscur, Ghost of Tsushima. The storytelling in those games is fucking amazing and moved me as much, if not more, than any movie. So, these people are still acting like it's the 80s and it's pixels that can't tell a fucking story and all that shit, when the truth is, man. So they're acting like it's still the fucking 80s, you know what I mean? And treating games like that, and I'm like, it was kind of funny too because uh, they did a show of The Last of Us, obviously, and I'm not a huge fan of the show. I think it's like an inferior version of the game, but it is one of the better game to movie adaptations of game to show. Not that that's setting the bar very high. Most of the time when they take a game and adapt it to a movie or a show, it sucks dick. But it is one of the better adaptations, and it does have the general plot of the game. It does follow the general plot. So it still is worth watching if you just hate gaming or whatever. But uh, with the show, people were like, "Oh my god, they're like, this story is so amazing." They're like, "This came from a game." They're like, "Man, I've really been missing out on game storytelling." Like, yeah, you have. It's like what we've been trying to tell you, that game storytelling is fucking amazing, and you're acting like it's still the 80s. I'm just trying to get all the treasures. So yeah, sorry, that was a tangent, but yeah, I just wanted to explain to you all the stuff they have to go to. A lot of people don't fully understand the effort that goes into doing the story for the games. They, like I said, they're under the impression that they're just sitting in a sound booth talking into a mic, and no, they're really acting it out. So it is every bit as demanding. And like I said, in terms of how much they have to do, and in terms of not having the references, having to pretend in a white fucking room with a heavy outfit on, covered in almost looks like foam balls. That in some ways is even harder. That they're able to here in the middle of the room pretend this is this, and they're able to convincingly sell their reaction that it's that, when there's literally, when in the filming there's fucking nothing there. So that is every bit peak fucking acting, and so many people are misguided and don't really understand. And I thought you probably didn't understand everything that goes into it, not because you don't care, but because you probably haven't looked behind the scenes and all that. But I have, and the sheer amount of work that they put in for the story is fucking awe-inspiring, and I think people sell it short. It doesn't get enough credit. Let me see. Okay. Sweet. Another treasure. Okay, and that's all the treasures in this chapter. Gotcha. Just trying to keep up with everything. Don't want to miss anything. And it's really cool because he had the ring in all 3 games, and now you're seeing how he got the ring. You know what I mean? So, like, right away, they're showing you all this really cool shit that really fills out the backstory of the characters, and I love that. Because, like I said, I love Nathan Drake and I love Sully, so seeing all this stuff for a fan of the series is a fucking treat. And it's almost kind of like, yes. Yes, exactly. That is true. I agree. That's a very good point. You always make good points, babe. Uh, that's why I love you. You're so smart. You're a smart cookie. I mean that totally sincerely. Yeah. With the games, you're either really into it or not. I agree. I just don't like people disparaging my hobby. Like, if you're a movie buff, cool. That's awesome. Don't be like shit on games then. You know? So many people take the opportunity like, oh, well, it's not a movie, and like talk down to it. And it's like, I prefer games, but do you see me say, well, don't watch a movie. A movie is stupid. Play a game instead. No, because there's nothing wrong with movies. Like, it's kind of further what we talked about, where it's like somebody has to bring something up by pushing something else down. Like, they can't just say, I really like movies. They have to be like, well, games suck. You know what I mean? And I've seen like a bunch of people who like movies thumbing their nose at games and being like, well, it's not on par with the real acting of the movie. Ooh. And it's super annoying to see like my hobby be disparaged. And it's like, I'm not insulting you. Why are you insulting me, dog? See, the ring acts as a thing to this decoder.
Damn it, kid.
Why, Victor, look who it is. The filthy little stray that made off with your wallet.
Come on, son. You haven't got a chance. Just hand it over.
Now, the ring.
What ring?
Who do you think you are, boy? You're nothing but a filthy, cast-off little beggar. You're not fit to touch these objects.
What the hell do you think you're doing? He's just a kid.
Stop him!
You can see even then he was standing up for him. He's like, what the hell? Why are you smacking him? Like, Victor got his wallet back without having to lay hands on Drake. Now you have to run for our lives. Chasing! Don't let them get you. They'll touch your no-no square.
Chains! Break it! Hurry! Let go!
And that's something they do really well in Uncharted. Really good chase scenes. All the games have good chase scenes where it's like, run for your life!
Who the hell are these guys?
Oh, shit. Now I got caught. Shit.
Oh, crap. Who the hell are these guys?
Bastard!
And then they actually start shooting at him.
Shooting at me?
And see Sully actually threw him off the roof and is fighting them. Because he's like, what the hell? Like, you're trying to shoot a kid? Like, Sully's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, because Sully is not, like, Sully's not a church nun himself. You know, he's a treasure hunter. But Sully, like Drake, has fucking principles. And so for Sully, they're trying to smack and now shoot a fucking kid. Drake is like, what, like 14 here? And Sully's like, what the hell? This is wrong.
He run up here!
It's like he's a kid. So you can see that Sullivan is kind of where Drake gets his strong moral fiber. Where just because he does, you know, like, back alley deals, that he still has a moral code. Like, Drake tries to help people, and he doesn't, shit. He doesn't, hurt people unnecessarily.
Just stand still.
Shit, I keep getting caught. What a bastard. Oh shit, slide! I waited too long to press X, that's funny. Oh, and then he falls and breaks table, so he's been falling and breaking into shit for quite some time.
We've got him! Excuse me, coming through. Sorry about that.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah! Oh, you wanna hop back up here, Echo? Okay. Come here. Come here, my love. I always got room for you. Always got room for my kitty. Such a good kitty. I'm so glad you're feeling better. I don't know what I'd do if something happened to you, my love. She's such a good cat. Yeah. Like I said, he fucking lands on the glass. Oh shit! And the guy fucking falls through. Like I said, they're really good at doing great chase scenes in these games. See what I mean? Like, she sits up here, she gets on my chair, she looks at me, she literally touches me, like, she's touching my hand with her paw, which is really cute, by the way. And it's like, we both know you want to get up here. Get up here! But, you know, like, it was cute. Like, she reached up and touched my hand with her paw. Okay, I'm just gonna drag you up here. And then maybe turn you that way so you're not showing your ass to the camera.
He's here.
Look what we have here.
Whoops.
Just close your eyes. This won't hurt a bit.
Sully to the rescue, baby! Yeah.
Come on.
At this point, Drake has never killed anyone.
You're okay, kid.
Well, I mean, he's had to kill a bunch of people, you know, attacking him, but Drake, you know, never kills anyone he doesn't have to, you know what I mean? Like you saw, like, in Uncharted 2, when they raided the museum, he was very strict about no killing. And knocked the guards out, didn't hurt them, used a trank gun. So he fights back when he has to, but he's not a monster. That's why, like, at the end of Uncharted 2, he's like, how many men have you killed, Drake? And it's like, oh yeah, the men who were shooting at me, who were trying to kill us, who were raiding fucking villages and, like, burning it down just in their way, who, like, destroyed part of the city. Yeah, we're not the same, dog.
Relax, kid. We're safe here. Go on. Suit yourself. You don't want it.
What do you want from me?
A little gratitude would be nice. I did just save your ass back there.
Thanks. But what's in it for you? I mean, you're a crook, right? You gotta have an angle.
You are one piece of work, kid. What's your story, anyway?
Look, mister. No offense, but I don't even know you.
Easily remedied. Victor Sullivan. This should be the part where you introduce yourself. Okay. Suppose you tell me what's so special about that ring.
Yeah.
It belongs in my family. I'm just taking it back.
Passed down from Francis Drake himself.
That's right.
I don't know how to break this to you, kid, but Drake didn't have any heirs. No children.
Well, not with his wife back in England, anyway.
Okay, good point. Let me see it. Come on, kid. If I was gonna take it from you, I would have done it by now. Thank you. So, what is this? Parvis?
Sic Parvis Magna. It means greatness from small beginnings. That was his motto.
Yeah?
You see, Queen Elizabeth gave it to him in 1581, when he got back to England after circumnavigating the globe. That's when she made him a knight.
Well, you sure as hell didn't learn that on the streets. How's a kid your age know Latin?
The nuns sort of insisted on it.
So, like a boarding school?
That's a nice word for it.
Okay, then. So what was all that business with the ring and that astrolabe thing back there?
Why don't you tell me? You're the one working for him.
Look, kid. A client wants something, I obtain it. For a price. I don't ask any questions. It's just a job.
Look pretty friendly to me.
Yeah, well. Anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm fired.
Okay, look. First of all, that was no astrolabe. It's some sort of decoding device. Check this out. On his way around the world, Drake sailed through the East Indies. Only he says that it took him 6 months to get from here to here.
Yeah, so?
So it doesn't add up. He was way too good a sailor for that. It would have taken him a month, tops. He was hiding something. Something big.
How big?
Like secret mission from the Queen big. Like millions in plundered treasure that hasn't ever been recovered big.
That big?
That big.
And that decoder has something to do with it?
I would bet my life on it.
Oh, swell. And Marlowe's got it.
Won't do her much good without the key.
So it's a stalemate then?
For now.
What's up? Yeah. Hold on 1 second, my love. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, first I'm gonna give you a hug. Sometimes you gotta pay the toll. Be here, Fern. Hey, Chetty. What's up? Sorry, I was helping my aunt. Are you still there, my love? Mi amor. Okay, baby.
So you still haven't told me what your name is.
And you still haven't told me what you want from me.
Okay. Look, you got talent, but you got a lot to learn. You stick with me and I'll teach you a few things.
Thanks. But I'm doing just fine on my own.
Yeah, clearly. What do you say we try this again? My friends call me Sully.
Nathan Drake. Nate.
Drake, huh? Okay. I see great things in our future, kid. Great things.
Now, so now you basically saw how Sully and Drake met and how they became friends and how he kind of took him on as a mentor, which I thought was a really cool way to open the game. We can either stop here or we can keep going depending on how tired you feel. It's up to you, baby. Yeah, exactly. It's one of the reasons why I love Uncharted 3 so much. And not even just this flashback, just in general, Sully is a lot more in this game than the other two. Okay, baby. I'll just end this part here, and we can come back later. It's a good stopping point because we just finished the flashback and we're moving on back to the modern day.